Hey, each person, welcome to Reality Television Information Replace, the place where we bring you the today's updates, amusing moments, and behind-the-scenes stories you ain't need to miss. For weeks, enthusiasts of Big Brother 27 have watched the season spiral into a storm of twists, betrayals, moving alliances, and a love triangle became nightmare. But nothing, absolutely not anything, could have prepared the sector for what befell next. In a shocking flip that sent social media into meltdown, the community announced that the rest of Big Brother 27 will not be broadcast. Within minutes, police motors were spotted outdoor the production lot. Before the hour changed was over, news outlets confirmed the unthinkable. Morgan Pope, one of the season's most controversial and talked about house guests, had been arrested in reference to the continued case related to fellow castmate Vince Panaro. Fans right away demanded answers. The residence was shut down, the live streams went black, and the complete season, once hyped as the most unpredictable in Big Brother records, came to a screeching halt. This was the start of the end. The day everything collapsed. Just hours before the arrest, the residence had been surprisingly hectic. The final contestants sensed the energy shift. Production had pulled multiple house guests into prolonged diary room sessions. Cameras were cutting extra than traditional. Whispering echoed via the hallways. Something big, changed was about to manifest, but not one in all of them could have anticipated what was coming. That afternoon, the feeds abruptly cut to a message viewers had never seen before. Due to unexpected circumstances, Big Brother 27 might be temporarily suspended. Chat boards exploded. Reddit crashed. Twitter became a war zone of theories. But backstage, something far more extreme was unfolding. Police had officially reopened the case surrounding Vince Panaro, who had made headlines earlier in the season after allegedly sharing conflicting stories about an off-camera incident that led producers to quietly conduct an internal research. Vince, evicted 2 weeks in advance in one of the most emotional ceremonies of the season, had been cooperating with government, and the investigation had suddenly zeroed in on Morgan. The arrest that shook reality TV. According to insiders, officers entered the production lot shortly after 6 p.m. Crew individuals were reportedly shocked as Morgan Pope, who had been sleeping in the have-not room, was asked to return outdoors for thinking. The cameras were told to close off. The house guests were placed in lockdown. And then, moments later, Morgan Pope was escorted out of the house in handcuffs. Fan accounts, who had been stationed close to the studio gates, captured the chaotic scene. Morgan, surrounded by officers, her hoodie pulled tight over her head as she was guided into the back of a police SUV. Several production personnel individuals looked visibly emotional. Within minutes, headlines were everywhere. BB27 star taken into custody live on set. Morgan Pope arrested. Vince Panaro case takes dramatic turn. Big Brother 27 halted indefinitely after set incident. The internet went nuclear. Rumors expanded. Some said Morgan had previously been warned by production. Others suggested Vince had given new testimony. A few insisted the whole issue was a publicity stunt gone wrong. But the network put those theories to rest with one devastating announcement. The show is over. In a late nighttime press release, the network confirmed the impossible. Due to legal circumstances related to one of the cast members, the remainder of Big Brother 27 will not continue airing. Production has been halted indefinitely. We appreciate the fans' understanding. The announcement was short, sterile, and gave viewers absolutely not one of the answers they were desperately craving. But one line stood out. For the safety of all individuals concerned, no further details would be provided at this time. Safety. A word no Big Brother fan ever expected to hear in a cancellation note. House guests react in real time. While the cameras were off, leaks from crew members painted a dramatic picture of what happened inside the house after Morgan's elimination. Lauren, one of Morgan's closest allies and every so often rival, reportedly burst into tears when she found Morgan was gone for good. Zach stormed through the hallway demanding explanations. Ava and Kelly sat in shocked silence in the kitchen, unable to process what had just happened. One house guest allegedly tried to pack up their belongings, assuming the season was being canceled entirely. In the end, production told them that they were being released from the house and that no finale would be filmed. No winner. No confetti. No final votes. No crowning of a champion. Big Brother 27 was genuinely over. House guests were escorted out one by one through the back of the set to avoid the huge crowd forming at the gates. For the first time in franchise history, the show ended mid-season. What happened between Morgan and Vince? This is the question burning through every social feed, podcast comment, and entertainment news channel. While officials haven't released details, sources describe the case as complex, involving statements made by Vince during his time in the house and additional evidence gathered later. Morgan's arrest reportedly followed a discovery that linked her to part of the investigation. None of this necessarily means guilt, but the shock was enough to bring the entire show to a standstill. Fans declare this the most chaotic season ever. Within hours, hashtags flooded the internet. Hashtag BB27 canceled. Hashtag justice for the house guests. Hashtag what happened to Morgan. Hashtag bring back the feeds. Some fans demanded transparency. Others begged for the season to be rebooted next year. A few insisted that Big Brother was cursed and should take a hiatus. Yet, amid the chaos, one sentiment dominated the conversation. This was the most implausible ending to a Big Brother season in history. Where does the franchise go from here? Producers reportedly held emergency meetings, discussing everything from a winter replacement show to a documentary about the unfinished season. Contracts are being renegotiated, lawyers are involved, even former Big Brother legends have weighed in, expressing shock and sadness over how fast the situation escalated. As for Morgan, she now finds herself at the center of the biggest reality TV scandal in years. Vince Panaro, whose case led to the shutdown, has yet to release any public statement. And the rest of the cast, once competitors, are now bonded forever by the most explosive end to a season the world has ever seen. One thing is clear. Big Brother 27 did not fade out. It imploded. And fans will be talking about this ending for years to come. No one could have imagined that Big Brother 27, a season already overflowing with drama, showmances, and explosive rivalries, would end like this. Fans tuned in expecting a routine eviction night, some strategic fireworks, maybe even a last-minute blindside. Instead, they witnessed the abrupt collapse of an entire season. Before the episode should even start, the network dropped a message that immediately sent shockwaves via the fandom. Effective right now, Big Brother 27 will not air. Production has been halted. Rumors unfold like wildfire. Was it a scores problem, a technical failure, a solid walkout? But just 30 minutes later, as helicopters hovered over the studio lot and police cruisers swarmed the perimeter, the truth got here out. Morgan Pope had been arrested in reference to the continued investigation surrounding fellow cast member Vince Panaro. The season wasn't just canceled, it became over. Completely. Permanently. Unrecoverably. A season spiraling out of control. Big Brother 27 had always been risky. From the first night time, tension crackled through the house, fueled by dramatic alliances and a love triangle that appeared to shift by the hour. Morgan Pope, known for her fiery confessionals and unpredictable gameplay, quickly had become a standout figure. Her bond, and later her complicated feud with Vince Panaro, changed one of the biggest storylines of the season. Their dynamic swung from flirtation to frustration to complete-on rivalry, keeping fans glued to the feeds. But off-screen, a separate investigation concerning Vince had quietly started. Producers knew something was brewing, though no one expected it to collide with the on-air game so catastrophically. Feed shutdown, the first sign something was wrong. On 2:14 p.m. on what fans now call Black Wednesday, the live feeds all suddenly cut to a general "we'll be right back" screen. While feed outages were normal, this one lasted far longer than normal. In the background, eagle-eyed viewers claimed they heard muffled shouting, rapidly silenced. Minutes later, the sound cut entirely. Whispers exploded across Twitter and Reddit. A fight must have broken out. Production stepped in. Something bad happened.
Someone self-evicted. But then the feeds returned briefly, only to show house guests being shepherded into separate rooms by masked security personnel. That was the moment fans sensed the truth. This wasn't gameplay drama. This was real. The arrest, a scene no reality show ever wants. Shortly earlier than 4 p.m., police entered through the back hall of the Big Brother set. According to crew insiders, they were calm, coordinated, and clearly expected. Production right away eased all house activities. Morgan Pope had reportedly been in the diary room finishing a routine session when she was asked to remain seated. 2 officials entered minutes later. Morgan, visibly confused, initially believed it was some intense new twist, perhaps even a prank. But when the officers read her rights, the illusion shattered. Sources say she seemed abashed, repeating, "This must be a mistake. What's going on? Where's Vince? What did he say?" Within 10 minutes, she was escorted through the service hallway, past stunned camera operators, and into the parking lot where a black SUV was waiting. A few crew members cried, others stood frozen. A fan outside the lot captured a blurry clip of Morgan entering the vehicle. Hood up, hands confined, head down. It hit social media instantly, sparking whole chaos. The network announcement that ended everything. At 6:32 p.m., the network confirmed what fans were already fearing. Due to unfolding criminal incidents concerning cast member Morgan Pope and the ongoing investigation involving former cast member Vince Panaro, we are halting all production of Big Brother 27. The season will not continue nor be broadcast. The message continued with a line that chilled the whole fandom. There will be no finale and no winner declared. That sentence alone ended 25 years of tradition. For the first time in franchise history, Big Brother didn't crown a winner. Inside the house, reactions from a cast blindsided. While social media burned with theories, the final house guests were left stunned, confused, and terrified. Lauren, Morgan's closest bestie, Lauren reportedly broke down in tears when she realized Morgan wasn't returning. She repeatedly asked staff if Morgan was safe, at one point pleading, "Please just tell me she's okay. Please." Zach, who had a complicated rivalry and flirtation with Morgan, reacted with fury. Sources say he punched a pillow so hard the seam split, yelling, "What did Vince do? Why is he dragging her into this?" Ava and Kelly sat silently for almost half an hour, holding hands as they tried processing the sudden chaos. Kelly was heard whispering to Ava, "If this is real, we're not on a TV show anymore." Production's final message. The house guests were finally gathered in the living room where the executive producer appeared on the main screen. His face was pale, grim, exhausted. He told them the truth. The season was shutting down. There would be no more game. They would be released back to reality by morning. Some cried, some stared blankly. One house guest reportedly whispered, "But who wins?" The producer shook his head. No one. What led to Morgan's arrest? Authorities haven't released official details, but here is what insiders have pieced together. Vince Panaro, after his eviction, provided new information to investigators related to a pre-existing case. Authorities reportedly found evidence linking Morgan to part of the scenario. Her arrest was planned with production cooperation to avoid interfering with the investigation. None of this means guilt, but the timing was catastrophic and enough for the network to pull the plug. Many fans believe more details will break soon. Others think contracts and NDAs will lock the truth behind closed doors for years. Either way, the world needs answers. The internet meltdown. Within 24 hours, Big Brother 27 became the largest trending topic across every platform. Podcasts launched emergency episodes. YouTubers streamed for hours. Former BB legends, Derek, Janelle, Dan, Taylor, and Cody, posted shocked reactions. One fan summed it up best. "This isn't just the craziest BB twist ever, this is the craziest reality TV moment ever." Life after the shutdown. The cast was quietly escorted from the house at dawn the next morning. No cameras, no interviews, no confetti. Some returned home, others went straight to crisis meetings with agents and lawyers. A few posted vague statements about trauma and needing time to process. The studio has since been locked down, and the entire BB27 season, footage, feeds, episodes, has been sealed inside the network archive. Insiders say the network is fearful of legal repercussions and may never release the season in any format. A producer told a source, "In 20-plus years, we've dealt with fights, scandals, expulsions, but nothing like this. This might be the end." Big Brother 27 didn't end with a champion. It ended with a scandal that swallowed the whole show. And for fans who have watched for decades, that silence feels louder than any dramatic jury vote ever could.